Oh, hey guys, welcome back. We're gonna start with a couple Monsteras, Monstera Obliqua, Monstera Burle Flame. I'm gonna propagate my Obliqua. I'm gonna probably air layer one of my Burle Marx flames, and then we'll take a look at the ones that I chopped, I think, a couple weeks ago. I haven't looked in here. Oh my god, I don't think I even showed where I was gonna put these cuttings. This is my old thermos. I had it for a while, but like the inner lining was like eroding, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable drinking hot beverages out of this anymore. So I made the perfect vessel for these beautiful monster claws. I can't even talk. Christmas is here, everyone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out. Okay, let's do the easiest thing first. So let's look at the roots. These were, I think there's 2 top cuttings. I'm a little scared. I hope the roots haven't okay, let's do this on camera. It's stuck. Let's try not to make a mess. Let's try not to break any roots. Do you see it, everyone? Oh god. Oh, this is so bad. So the first one here is this one. Beautiful claws here. Definitely had this one. I'm actually not sure if this one was here already. So if not, yay, because that looks really fresh. We're gonna continue propagating in water for now. I know I could put it in aerated mixes, but I don't have room right now, so I'm just popping it back in here, okay? And then this one seems to me that it's grown a lot more. And it really shows in the extra white tip here. And then this, I don't even think this was here. Was this here before? So this is fantastic. I usually wait an inch or 2 of new root growth first, and then oh god, I can't even put it back in. Please, please, please fit in this cap. Please, please, please. See, this is what I was afraid of. Now that there's some new root growth, I don't want to push it and break anything new. Are we fitting? Are we fitting? Are we fitting? We are. Okay. Yes. Okay. So condition-wise, I have this right under grow light. It's right over here, probably getting 1,000 to 2,000 foot candles. I feel like I say that all the time, but that is my preferred light intensity. Again, it's on for 11 hours a day. That light intensity and duration for propagations, because I never really see failures. I don't like to keep propagations, and I know plants are different under 1,000 foot candles. There are some that will do well, probably Monsteras will do well, but I just worry too much. Okay, so that's that one. Let's move on to one that I was going to chop. So this is one that's in pawn. I love her. Man, oh man, okay. So she's really beautiful. Actually shocked at how she's pushed out this many fennies. How many? We have 6 in a short period of time. It's not a lot because I've chopped this twice already. I started air layering it. I was gonna chop it right away, but then I just let it grow. And you can see lots of aerial roots. One there, you have one there, and then this juicy one up here. So I was actually gonna chop this one, take a top cutting, put in arid mix or moss, and potentially sell it to someone local, like someone in Toronto. I almost broke it, oh my gosh. Feeling here, I can feel a new leaf developing, and I never like to chop a plant when I feel it, because a lot of the time, because you're putting your plant in shock, that might result in the rotting of the already existing leaf in here. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's been 50-50 with me, and honestly, I don't like when it happens because it just takes a lot longer for it to, push out another one, and sometimes it delays it. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm probably gonna, it's not gonna be stable. I'm gonna have to lean against something. I'm gonna air layer this. After this leaf comes out, it'll already have a root system, hopefully. And then, yes. Okay, throwback, Ziploc method. Okay, so I already did it here. And I haven't kept this wet at all. I put the tree fern mix here, my 1.0 tree fern mix, and there are roots there. It was trying to peek through, but they dried out here. You can see them on this side as well. And I like this method because you don't necessarily need to wet it as much. You could do this with all different substrates. You could do it with sphagnum moss. I think I started doing that a couple years ago. but you basically have to cut the bottom. Sometimes I don't cut all the way through. I just kind of like cut like this much, depending like what leaf or how big the leaf is and how fragile it is. And who knows, I might have to end up cutting the rest. Oops, oh my gosh. So it's a little hole at the bottom. You can see that this leaf is about the same width. So we have to put it through these two top leaves here. I don't know if you can see. Oh my gosh, the angle is horrendiosa. Putting the top leaf here through it. And I need to just cluster the second one too. You could also do this with cling wrap, like that is the more traditional approach, but I don't know. I feel like this method keeps the moisture in longer. And see, I feel like I'm gonna have to make the hole bigger. I don't want to. Oh, it worked. Oh my God, did y'all see that? Oh my gosh, okay. Yes, okay, so now that it's through, sorry guys if you know how to do this method already. I just haven't done it in a while. I know this was like my 2021 phase or 2022 phase, I'm forgetting. So at this point, you can see, if I pan you down, we have the bottom here. What you're gonna do is just kind of secure it. And I mean, you could do this in a number of ways. You just have to be careful to make sure it's like super secure without constricting the plant. And every plant's gonna be different, like stem-wise, like and how fragile they are. Since you're putting like semi-wet, moist substrate in here, and that's why this method is easier with sphagnum moss, you don't want a lot dripping out of the bottom. So we're gonna start off with plant tape, the Velcro type. So I'm just putting the tape here. There's a chance I might also do a zip tie. How did I do the other one? Oh, I just held it up a little bit. I feel like this wasn't smart. We're gonna go with it. I feel like I could have, I'm just noticing I did this bottom one differently. I'm not thinking right now, but this is what I used to do with a lot of specifically philodendrons, because if you see some philodendrons, they have multiple points where they could push out aerial roots. Monsteras, there might be like a couple like at the node, so you could theoretically just like put like, the opening of the bag without cutting the bottom. So we have this here, and so I'm just scooping up my tree fern mix and putting it in here. This is a mix I made in, I think, last week's video. I'm just gonna put it in. And I'm not gonna put too much, like, because it's gonna be in the Ziploc, it's not gonna dry out. So just having that moisture around it and already having the existing moisture in this mix, it'll be fine. And I think I might do one more scoop. Now that you have a little bit of substrate covering that root, you're gonna zip it up. And then once it's all closed, you just wanna support it, kind of tie it around here. Look, I have the plant tape dispenser. I'm just putting it here. Oh my gosh, so handy. Okay, so just tying like that. So the root is over here, but the rest of the root above it is covered. Now, after feeling the roots, I think I might want to put a little bit of water. And I'm hoping it doesn't get too heavy, but I'm just gonna add a little bit. Here we are, we're gonna wait for roots to grow. One tip I have, when you have a leaf developing here, you don't wanna kind of disturb this part. So I try to lower the zippers. The zippers lower, because I've had situations, I think 3 years ago when I had my Gloriosum, I did it too tightly and then the new leaf was just kind of crushed and it stayed too moist there and it kind of rotted. And we'll just wait and then we'll chop it when the time comes. Oh, I didn't mention, why am I not covering more? So this one and then the one down here that I showed you, that one. I'm trying to maximize how many cuttings I get. So once I cut the top cutting of that, I'm gonna do single nodes with these roots. I kind of trust that they'll be okay and they won't dry out just because it's a Monstera. It'd be different if it was like an Anthurium, for example. Okay, and now moving on to the Obliquas. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do. And okay, here's one. So this planter started out as wet sticks. So they were parts of the stem with one node, and I propagated single node sticks in fluval stratum. This was an exclusive to Patreon, but I did put out a video a year ago stating like how I did it and whatever. So if you want to check that one out, she obviously is not in a good state today. I think she was in a better state a year ago, but I haven't really done anything. You can see that like the moss pole is not even filled, even though there's plants up here. So I'm gonna cut all these runners and maybe do the same thing in stratum. Not only that, this Obliqua here, I think I said I was getting rid of it. I actually lied to you and I gave it one last chance and it started pushing out really nice leaves. Then I ignored it again. So this is the one that's living in LECA. This is the OG, so I haven't moved anything for like 2 years. And this is the plant where I took the wet stick cuttings from all the redders. So here's that. The reason why I'm doing this now, there are nodes down here that are pushing out new leaves. So this is a brand new leaf and she looks so stunning. I kind of want to just clean her up a little bit and just cut her back to this maybe. And I know this is gonna be a lot, but I think it's gonna be okay. Like, how do we feel? Lesson learned from last time, I'm not keeping the ends. They're too fresh, they're too fragile, they will rot and it will delay the plant. So I'm just gonna not deal with that. I think if it's a wet stick, I'm gonna do stratum. Should I do stratum with all of them? I just want to start cutting already. Okay, we'll start with the one that's in pawn here. There are so many runners, y'all. Like, there are so many. I'm trying not to, I'm not going to keep that much. So I'm just going to quickly cut the runner down. Honestly, what a roller coaster. With, sorry, I need to specify this. This is the Obliqua Peru. I didn't say that. There's so many types of Obliqua. Started out as a plant that no one had, thousands of dollars, and then all of a sudden, because actually I don't know why it all of a sudden was more accessible. Like, was it because people were like growing and propagating and it was like producing a lot of runners, so it was easy to make more? Like, was it that? Oh, there's gonna be so many. Oh well. Someday I'll be. Now, I think I said in the video when I did this method before, I obviously lost a lot of them. It just appears that they all stayed alive because there were more plants, but there were a lot more in the beginning. And I'm just saying this because I'm seeing a lot of these aerial roots, a lot of these nodes, and they're very dry. Again, I've dried out the substrate. I haven't done a good job at keeping my room or even like the environment around the aerial roots moist. And honestly, I think I was kind of over it. Like, no matter what you did with this plant, it was so frustrating and I could never get it to grow the way I wanted it to grow. And I mean, obviously you can't make a plant grow the way you want it. It's gonna grow how it's gonna grow. It's a living thing. So yeah, it's just so interesting how now this plant is available like everywhere. Like that myth about high humidity, like what a joke. I know that's already been debunked. Like obviously more people got their hands on it and we saw that it was fine in ambient. What a time where you could say everything and everyone would believe it. I mean, going off of what I said before, I was just annoyed with just... okay, this plant isn't high maintenance. It's high maintenance when it doesn't have like the perfect conditions for it. So like it will keep growing. You can see these runners are so long. It's just, it won't push out leaves. I don't know. I mean, support wise, I did a really poor job. So definitely could be that. The lighting as well. I mean, I know I've learned that having it blasted against a grow light is not a good idea, but at the same time, it does need a good quantity and quality amount of light. Like, if that makes sense. I'm just kind of going faster because like, girl, there's so many and like, I don't even know. I'm just gonna have to stuff them all in this container. Okay, there's some tendrils I'm not even gonna bother with. They're too small. They will, odds are, they will produce smaller growth like in leaves and roots. And so I'm gonna ignore them just because I have so many. I'm just gonna throw them away. Where else are we looking? And so I'm really excited because although I know these sticks are going to take forever just because my last, endeavor, is that the right word? Endeavor? I don't think that's right. The last time I did this as strata with this strategy, it took months and I was like, why? Then eventually I will do tree fern. Tree fern's becoming, a well-liked substrate for me. How is everyone's December going? It is holiday time, holiday time. Listen, this month is so busy. I worked full-time hours this week when I usually only work part-time hours, and it drained me. And the one week I pick, it was chaotic. Like, I work at an outpatient clinic, and the amount of walk-ins that came in on Monday, the first day of the week, was like almost triple what we usually see. And I was just like, people are getting stuff done before the holidays. And I mean, go off, like, I get it, smart. It was a lot. And so yeah, today's Saturday. I'm just trying to be so zen, cutting all these tendrils and stuff. I am separating the ones that have one leaf on it. These ones will probably grow faster just because they have that solar panel. Also, has anyone, because okay, on social media, I don't think I've seen a Monstera Obliqua Peru grow up a moss pole and like continue to push out leaves unless it's high light and the leaves are a bit bleached, like light green to bleached. I've never seen like a dark green leaf growing up the moss pole really nicely. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not on social media a lot these days, but I haven't seen one. Like, I've seen a lot in, you know, the Asian countries that have grown that way, and you can tell that they're giving them a lot of light because the leaves aren't a deep green. Obviously, it works. It's just the appearance and like how they're presenting. Like, I don't really like that look, like it being like that bleached. Did y'all see that? I like, took the tape off and this one just kind of flopped down. Are you okay, girl? Should I actually take you out and repot you? Can I dig you out? I think I broke the roots because they're so fine. Oh, I'm continuing to break the roots. I've heard it said that people... Ooh, I broke some. Okay, I took this one out because it fell over. Beautiful. But I don't know, I might have broke some roots. I mean, they look okay. I am gonna cover a lot of this even though they're a little old. Oh yeah, look, it came from, do you see this stick? It came from this. Do you see that? See, I don't know if it pushed out any leaves, but this is a long, long stem before, you know, the actual leaf situation up here. This is I love this one actually. It's so cute. I'm gonna do my tree fern mix with this one and a self-watering planter probably, but we'll put her off to the side. Oh my gosh, okay, I gotta hurry because this is only the first one. The second one up here, girl. Sorry, just had to speed that up. I was listening to the the Wicked soundtrack. I'll talk about my thoughts about Wicked in a bit, but I just want to use Fluval Stratum. I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to try, listen, at all these. I don't even know how many. So these were the ones that were in LECA, or the plant in LECA, and then these are the ones were Lucius upon. I'm going to leave the ones that have leaves for a different container, but I'm going to try my best just to put them all in. Do you think I can do it? It's going to be like tight. It's going to be super tight, y'all. Okay, oh, okay. We got the chives all here. I think it looks like chives, doesn't it? I mean, you can see how much I stuffed them all in here. Listen, room is a luxury at this point. I don't have any room. I'm just gonna pick and choose. Whoever is not growing quick enough, goodbye. But okay, no, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. I'm really hopeful. I'm just gonna put some water. Oh, that was hot water. Yeah, like close to the top, making sure that it's extra moist. And I can't find any of the lids. So cling wrap it is. I'm just putting it over the container like this. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Okay, so the one that, oh my gosh, what's happening? The one that I'm going to put in a self-watering planter by itself is the one that had the roots already. I'm hoping I didn't like, that kind of took a longer time. The roots kind of feel like a little drier than I like, so I'm hoping I didn't shock it. But we're gonna put that one in one of these self-watering planters. This cutie right over here, just like that. And we're gonna use tree fern. I'm gonna put a little bit more stratum with it. I think I talked to Bryce from House of Monstera when I bought it, and he was like, it seems like it likes that kind of vibe. Not verbatim. Over here, I put some at the bottom, and again, we're gonna try to submerge everything. So even the aerial roots at the top. I know there's stratum in this mix already, but I just wanna add a little bit more. Okay, I'm really obsessed with this one. I know I had to cut the end, but hopefully a new growth point comes. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. Back to the beginning, here we are. What is this song? So adorable. Okay, moving on to these. I think I am gonna put all of these in one self-watering planter, just for now. Hopefully in time they will push out lots of new growth, and then I can select, repot it. I'm hoping this one's faster just because I said before, like the leaves, they can pull more lighted, and therefore the plant can produce more food. No light, no food. Okay, look at that. What a little cutie. I do expect through time, like a lot of these will crisp up, just because sometimes the plant needs to pull from mobile nutrients in the already existing plant or cutting. So yeah, so it's probably going to crisp. I am going to be blasting it, so it is going to start to yellow, but I'm excited for the new growth. Again, I'm just going to put some water in the reservoir, and we're just going to put it probably under 1,000-foot candles, and we're putting the level of water really high just because they don't have any roots currently. Okay. You can still be with the wizard. What you worked and waited for, you can have all you've ever wanted. But I don't want it, no. I can't want it anymore. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by rules of someone else's game.
Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and leave. It's time to try defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity. Nothing we know. And what else can it be?
Okay, I think with the one in pond, I'm just gonna put more moss in here, and then I'm gonna tie, I think this one needs some security. Okay, let's talk about Wicked. I know some people are tired of it. Get over it. It's a big deal. So, again, I've never seen the Broadway musical. I was against seeing it because I was just so attached to the singing and the acting of Idina Menzel, Kristen Chenoweth. I have seen clips through the years. I've loved the music for years, and I was so surprised. I loved it. Ariana Grande did an amazing job as Galinda. Cynthia Erivo's acting was really good. Yeah, I loved it. I mean, I haven't read the book. I haven't, seen the musical on Broadway, but for what it was, it's like outstandingly good. I'm just gonna take the stem and put it like, I don't know, like that. Yeah, the thing is, there can be a new growth point anywhere. Like I've cut all the top parts off, so Now it's going to be a question of which node is going to push out new growth. Whatever, I guess that's all I can do. And let's just hope. It still looks really good. I'm surprised because when I had the other one in LECA, the very first time I got it, the old leaves would crisp up so fast. And with all that tendril, with all of those leaves at the top, I'm shocked that they actually look pretty decent. I mean, there is some crisping, but wow. I don't know, pretty impressed. Okay, I've been debating what I want to do with this one. Like, now I'm looking at this one, I'm like, should I just cut it all the way down? I'm just gonna put plant tape. I think that's all I'm gonna do with this one because I showed y'all. Look at that fresh new leaf over there. It's not focusing because this camera sucks at that. I don't know why. And then this part is brand new. Now, I think I did break the new leaf. So this leaf here is brand new. And then the leaf after that is that. So we'll just see. I'm gonna tie this down. Whoa. Roots galore. And I'm just trying to move the leaves around so they're facing one way. Up and forward. I think that's good. Okay. I'm just noticing like just things like put things back, but this is one of my small Burle Marx flames here. Now this one's just started out as a node with no leaves, and that's why it took forever. So she actually just started out as this little thing. She's doing great, like 4 leaves. I'm gonna take a top cutting because I want to. And this might be a mistake, but again, let's do it. I'm gonna cut just below the aerial root. This is fine. This is fine, this is fine. Okay, so I'm just keeping that there. It's just a single root with these 2 leaves. And I'm gonna put it in tree fern. Again, is this planter gonna be too small? It'll be good for now. Okay, just putting it in like that. Okay, just seeing how this is behaving, I think I need to put it in a deli container just for support. And then maybe just keep a reservoir at the bottom, just so it doesn't dry out. Okay, look at these flames. I love them. And okay guys, I guess that's it for today. Again, thank you for watching. I'm really excited to see how the Obliquas grow. And then the Burle Marx flames, listen, I'm like still so obsessed. Like, it's the best plat. Anyhow, I will see you in the next one.